Good morning, everybody. How are you? Happy New Year. And I hope you had a fabulous holiday season, whether you celebrate Christmas or not. The time between Christmas and New Year's is a very special time, lots of reflection and time with family and friends. Although I know this year was a little crazy. I guess I shouldn't be laughing. I know a lot of people are suffering, and believe me, I'm suffering too. I still haven't seen my granddaughter and hoping to get to see her tomorrow for Christmas. Um, but circumstances do not make us. We have to make the best of it. And that's what we're going to talk about today. 2022, while still predicted to be a pretty hot market, as I put in my coming soon for this video, the weak, the lazy, and the complainers will not survive. And also those who have been riding the wave of this hot market. Hot market doesn't mean easy market for realtors. What actually has happened in the last couple of years is a lot of people have gotten their unfair share of the market. And it's kind of a weird expression because it's not exactly unfair if you are prepared and you are taking the bull by the horns. So that's what's going to continue. So I promised you today 4 things that you need to be doing in order to the 4 major strategies that will position you to the top of the market and to secure your position in this market. And this is going to be probably the beginning of a shifting market. And shifting markets are where we see a lot of fallout in the industry. And I don't want that to be you. So, number 1, you've heard me say it before, and I think it kind of goes against what a lot of people I admire greatly and who are extremely smart say. But I say you need to create urgency. Okay. For both buyers and sellers, this market will not last forever. It has already changed quite a bit. There is already a softening in the multiple bids. Inflation is impacting first-time home buyers who don't have a ton of extra cash. Their extra cash is now going towards the price increases. And interest rates are going to rise. Now, I'm not trying to be gloom and doom, but this is the time for buyers to buy right now. And that being said, inventory is still an issue. You guys, I hope you had a great week off, but it's time to get to work. You got to get these sellers to understand that there could be a huge difference between listing now and listing in 3 months, a huge difference between listing in 3 months and listing in 6 months. This market will not last forever. Do not ride the wave. Not only do you need to create urgency, you need to have a sense of urgency if you would like to have an amazing year. Okay. The other thing, which is going to be counterintuitive with Omicron, however the hell you pronounce it, spiking and things going crazy. I mean, my county really just came out with basically they're no longer tracing because there's so many cases that it's impossible for them to actually do contact tracing. My puppy has a balloon tied to him, is running around the room. Okay, so what am I talking about? Getting up close and personal. Yep, counterintuitive in a pandemic, but there are lots of ways to do this. Number 1, you can do pop-bys. You can stop by and see your clients, at least your top 20 clients. Do whatever you got to do to make them comfortable and yourself feel comfortable and safe. But seeing people in person is number 1 for you to be top of mind. But there are lots of great things that you can do in addition to that. Personal videos. Kyle Whistle, who's the number 1, I forget what you call it, but the number 1 realtor on BombBomb, which is a video platform, taught me this. Personal videos are awesome. Look, I'm kind of an introvert, but I miss human connection. And a personal video is about as close as you can get to being in person with somebody. And it's really special. when people have sort of been isolated. And we all know people who have had to quarantine and isolate in the last few weeks. So personal videos, handwritten notes, and you guys make sure you do a current market analysis on every single property that you sold in 2021 and heck in 2020. Everybody's curious as to what's happening. It is the best way you can keep in touch and keep your clients informed and educated on what their property is worth and an opportunity to showcase your value. So yeah, keep it up close and personal. And then the other thing, which is huge and maybe something that people sort of take for granted, is making training and skill building a priority. A priority. When things get tough, your survival rate, but what I rather talk about is your thrival rate, is only as good as your training and your skills. Now, yes, everybody's predicting it's still going to be a hot market. As I said in the beginning, a hot market does not mean an easy market. Again, there's a whole bunch of people getting their unfair share of this market. I know a ton, probably more than 60% of people who did almost nothing in 2021. And then there's a whole bunch of people who did a whole bunch. Okay, so training is going to make that difference. Make it a priority. Plan your calendar ahead of time. You don't like your company's training? Hop onto mine. Find other companies out there that offer great training. Not just brokerages, but Inman, and there's just, a ton of training opportunities out there for you, but you need to make it a priority. And last but not least is you need to be a leader. As I started this out with, the weak and the lazy are not going to survive. The strong will get their unfair share of the market. You need to be ahead of the market trends. You need to take all that training and you need to use it to educate and guide your potential buyers and potential clients. And that's what's going to make the difference for you. Okay. So I want you all to succeed in 2022. So these are the tips that I think you need for you to be able to not survive, but to thrive the beginning of a shifting market. Stop riding the wave, because the wave is going to crash at some point. Parker, please. So that's it. If there's anything that I can help you to be more successful in real estate, please shoot me a message. There's no strings attached. I want to help you work through to breakthrough. Happy New Year, and I hope all is well in your world.